How's it going? Um, I have something that I wrote down that I wanted to mention to people. And on this break, I'm getting a chance to go through that stuff and just kind of mention it. And this came to me last year in December. And this was about competing desires. I often get people saying to me, why can I manifest things, and why is it so easy for you to get things and it's so hard for me to get things, and why am I not seeing the results that I need to see? Why is it I can't stick to this plan, this goal, this reality in life in general? And there's several reasons, but there's one reason that stands above the other ones, and that is competing desires. When you are manifesting and putting things out into the universe, you launch all of these desires are about a lot of different things. And sometimes you launch desires that contradict each other. And I know about launching desires that contradict each other. And I know about launching a ton of desires because I have been launching desires my entire life. And what I have noticed is that all of those rockets of desires have returned to me, have been returning to me. And sometimes they return at a time when I don't want them because I'm on to something else. Often they return at a time when I'm on to something else. I have had things I've wanted to do in my career, and I've moved on doing something else, and all of a sudden that opportunity that I really wanted shows up. And I take the opportunity in order to fulfill the desire and not have it out in the universe waiting to be filled. Because I know that when that desire is filled, another desire is on its way to being filled, right? Most people don't realize that they have launched a desire that says, hey, I want a new job, at the same time that they launched a desire saying, I want my boss to quit. And then if their boss quits and they get their boss's job, they're like, wait, this is not what I wanted. But in essence, those are the two desires that you put out into the universe that came back to you. Let's look at this on an energetic level with weight loss. I know plenty of people, myself included, who have wanted to lose weight, and I've wanted to lose weight for different reasons. And sometimes over the years it was because a doctor would say, "Hey, you need to lose weight," and then it really became a point of maybe my organs kind of need for me not to put so much pressure on them. Different reasons, but at one point many years ago, I said I would like to lose 70 pounds. I went, I had surgical procedure done in order to lose the weight. Surgery did not work. Did not lose the weight. So a couple years after that, and this is all before I knew about the other health problems I had going on. A couple years after that, this goes by, somebody else had a situation. As a matter of fact, I tell you, my dad had cancer, and I wanted to run for my dad. I wanted to do things just because he was going through his treatment and he couldn't do things the way he used to. And so I started running. Started walking first and started running. And then I lost 70 pounds, right? That original desire that I had, it did come back to me. I was able to lose the weight while I was doing that. And this was before I got sick. That's another story, and gained too much weight. But anyway, So that original thing that I desired came to fruition. It did not come when I thought it would, but it came to fruition. So sometimes in your life, you have desires that are out there and they're waiting to come to pass, but you have something else that you've launched that competes with that. And one of them's going to get to you faster than the other one. And I have heard people say, yeah, I got that, but there's no but. You should be thinking, oh, yes, I got that, which means the other thing is coming. It's still coming. It is still coming. It is still on its way, which is how I look at it. Oh, this came. Oh, the next thing is still coming. It's still on its way. I'm in the process of getting this other thing because I see all of my other desires coming to pass. And the one thing I know is they will come to fruition. I've been guaranteed that. I've been promised that, right? So they're on their way. So if you're thinking about the different things that you've launched in your mind as a desire, start thinking about which one of those desires have already returned back to you. And know that the other things still are coming. And they might show up when you're not ready for them. I mean, I have seen this with people with children. I have had people who are like, oh, I want to have a baby. I want to have a baby. I can't have a baby, so I'm going to adopt. And after they adopt a child, they get pregnant with a child. Sometimes these things are happening because they needed to adopt that child. That child needed that person to be their parent. But their other desire was still coming. And I have seen that happen multiple times over the years. Okay? So remember that you may have a competing desires, meaning something that's competing for the universe attention more so than another desire. And you might get that one thing that you feel is less than before the other thing because the universe has deemed it to be more than. The universe has said, wait, I think this needs to come now. I think this is a good time to slide this in there. Okay? Competing desires. They simply mean what you desire is coming after this next desire comes. So don't give up. Don't be down about it. Don't be sad about it. Just know that you have to wait a little bit longer. And remember to be thankful when you see your other desires coming to pass. Walk in that gratitude, that attitude of thankfulness about everything that you do gain while you're waiting on something else. And also remember that each time you get a desire, you're already thinking of a new thing to desire. You're rarely living in a moment of complete satisfaction. Whether it's a simple thing as you want world peace, you're always thinking of something else that you desire. All right, have a great one. And I'm checking this off my list of messages to put out into the world. Be well.